Hello there. All right, this is game over, and I like the disclaimer in the beginning, and it says unofficial English subtitles, so I'm guessing it was created by a fan. Yeah, these lyrics are translated purely to understand the song. That's why sometimes the subtitles may not be the same, so it's not literally flowing with the song. And I know English is a very backwards language, so my guess is he was changing the sentence structure from like what would happen in one location to happen in another, or he's flipping complete sentences around just to make it flow more naturally to it in English to what the intention was in the language. That's my guess though, but I will repeat my words again. At some places, subtitles. It's funny because I guess, well, I guess you have to put stuff like this because as a creator myself, people will not, they don't, it's hard for people to see certain aspects of what goes on behind the scenes. So I guess doing something like this is smart, but I would never comment on the fact that the subtitles don't sync up. I'd just be like, well, that happens with subtitles. I read a lot of subtitles. I spend most of my time reading subtitles. It's because sometimes you'll get a foreign language and then they'll say something that sounds like 2 words. And what happens in the translation? We get a paragraph explaining what those 2 words are, especially like in anime, there's like a word and then there's a whole, thing that pops up in the side of the screen defining that word for foreigners to understand, and then they have a few moments to read that while the person continues speaking, and it's so I'm aware. Don't worry, man. Don't worry, man. I got your back. I'm aware of this kind of when it comes to subtitles. I don't write them myself, but I know what you're getting at. Game over. Yeah, game over. Ooh.
Yeah, proof.
Game over. भाई फिर दीदी और घोड़े game over. कट्टी जट ने भी टोर घोड़े game over. दूरा काम बता फलोर घोड़े game over. Game over. Game over. 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 वैगन दे विच कहंदे लोकी नार जट दी आउंदी है जट मेरे वल देखे ओ हत्थां नाल हाट बनाउंदी है रब ने दित्ता बाला तैनू हुस्ना दी ना थोड़ कुड़े नी नखरे दी परसेंटेज ज्यादा थोड़ी गुस्से खोर कुड़े game over तेरी कार मर्सिडी कुड़े game over बेची औजले दी सीडी कुड़े game over मेरे पीछे एले पीड़ी सा game over game over game over 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 मोरा तो चोरी गोरी ने दूर करी है देखो टिक्का लाया नी काला एक गलती होर करी है देखो मुंडे ने हुंदे ने गुंडे गल दे जवाक ताही 32 तो 45 चेंज मैं बोर करी है देखो game over when I pull up on my gang it's a game over तेरा कैली दा सलैंग कोड़े game over बाली कैम लगे डैम it's a game over game over game over कई मेरे यार ने फेंक गिड़ी मुझे मार ना देख वे मैं तेरी रीच तो बाहर जटा मैनू बार ना देख मेरे नाल बोल ना जाए मेरे कोल ना आ मैं क्या गुस्से जी ना होया कर बस प्यार ना देख गोरी गर्दन तेरी जी तो बाढ़ जाते ने तिलक कुड़े नी पिछे छड़दा कॉटन सच्ची ने चिर तेरा सिल्क कुड़े अख तेरी ने की लिया मैनू मैं भी अड़िए करदा की मेल तेरा ते मेरा कुड़िए शुगर दे नाल इंडियन टी game over अल्लाह खूबसूरती है game over तंग बखियां तो कुड़ती है game over तैनू की दी दस कुड़ती है game over game over game over over over
Yeah, proof.
All right. Yeah, I like what he did with the subtitles. I like what he did. I think he had that one, like I said, that one box where you have like a matter of seconds to read before the subtitles continue. I like that. It's like I'm mentioning that at the beginning and then boom, that pops up right there. Or that was something else I didn't read. I didn't have a chance to read it. It was up for like 2 seconds and then it was just gone. I gotta say, I like the song. I like the song. It was catchy. I like the beat. I like the rhythm, which I guess are basically the same, one and the same thing. I did not like the scantily clad dancing girls. I've never enjoyed that. I prefer people tastefully dancing and are tastefully dressed. Like, where they're tastefully dressed, they're wearing a skirt, but like the skirt has like a split end all the way up the leg. So like one dance move would reveal the leg. And there's something about not seeing anything and then seeing like a full leg that's more enticing than literally girls wearing absolutely nothing. Like they're dancing there in bathing suits, and I'm just like, that's disgusting. That's disgusting. But when you see someone fully dressed and then their leg pops out, that's just like, oh my gosh, they're sexualizing women. Oh my gosh. But when they're just dancing almost completely naked, it's just like, that's disgusting. I don't want to look at that. I don't want to look at that. Have some tact, have some art form to your style. That was just like, sex sells, so let's get some sex and sell it. And that's what it was. And the second I see that, I'm just like, because they start out with her in a bathing suit in a bathtub, and it's like, why? What does any of that really have to do with the song? It was just there to sell the music video. It's like, guys will watch this for sure. I honestly, if I would have known that was in the video, I would have chose never to watch it. I'm gonna be honest. I'm someone who will enjoy lyrics, but if I know it's sexualized in any way, like if there's something that's overly sexualized, especially in the video, I would prefer never to watch it. Same thing with like movies. If there's something that's overly like, I started a movie, and it was just way too overly sexualized, and it's an Indian cinema. I was watching it, and I honestly couldn't even bother. I turned it off after I think 20 minutes. It was like a Romeo and Juliet type, just way overly sexualized, and I'm just like, this just seems so wrong. I expect this from Hollywood. Well, not so much any now. That they don't really know how to sexualize anyone but men at this point in time. But I was just like, yeah, this just feels weird. So I was like, this isn't for me. This isn't for me. But yeah, the music video is not for me. I did like the lyrics. But if you're gonna do something like people dancing, be tasteful about it. Make it seem like get people excited for it, not be like, oh, they're just half nude the whole time. That's something. That's well, that's just how I've always felt. I always feel like there should be an art form behind everything you do or put on screen cinematically. Well, I say that, and then I just got this hodgepodge of crap behind me, but still, I built all that by hand, and I try to frame everything and light everything to make it seem right. Of course, I do need another light over here, but that's down the road. I do want to move my screen back there more and have a bigger screen, and you know, there's just all these little things that are touches of life at that point in time. But it's just, yeah. If you're gonna do like a full music video, make sure, or a full movie, everything that's on frame, you should take into account that there should be a reason for it, especially if it's in focus. And let's face it, you had the women there to steal focus from the guy who's in the center of the screen. There was a reason why they were there. So so they were the focus. At least be tasteful about it. Thank you all for watching. Talk to you next time. Doodles.